a skill or a tale to tell. Echoes inbox, rings the bell. Show your spark and join the fun. This night's for everyone. Be our guest, don't be shy. Share your magic, let it fly. We're all ears and open hearts. Monday's where the magic starts. Echoes calling loud and clear. Bring your passion, bring it here. Songs or laughter, tales untold. Monday night's worth its gold. Every voice deserves a stage. Turn the page, engage the rage. Monday's here for you to shine. Step on up, it's your time. Be our guest, don't be shy. Share your magic, let it fly. We're all ears and open hearts. Monday's where the magic starts. Be our guest, don't be shy. Share your magic, let it fly. We're all ears and open hearts. Monday's where the magic starts. Whoa.
Welcome to Monday Night Hangout. And tonight, my guest is Mr. Jarrett. Welcome, Jarrett. How are you doing tonight?
I'm wonderful. I'm wonderful.
Good. We already have King Daniel from your side in the chat.
Got my
And
people. I got my people on my side coming over here.
yes, and that is
Hmm
great. I love seeing people come out and support you.
hmm
So, first thing I want you to do is go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, hey everybody, how y'all doing? How you doing? My name is Jeb. Jed Talk. This is my main channel. I do everything. So I have two channels. So Jared Talks, the main channel, and Jared Talks interviews that I do interviews with my second channel. On the main channel, I talk about my day to day life. I do like I do live on car shows. I do the, what y'all doing for the weekend. Through the week, what your plans in the weekend, what you eating. That kind of stuff. So what day to day life on the main channel, and I enjoyed it. I do like an hour. I go live an hour, an hour or hour and a half, depends on the conversation, and you know
Mhm.
it's fun. It's fun. But on the interview channel, I know I was supposed to have you on my channel. I forgot. I supposed to have you on my channel yesterday, and I totally forgot. I'm sorry. I'm
Yes, you
so
did.
sorry. But I didn't know.
No,
I did not know that you were scheduled
oh,
just last night. I did not know that. I was like, okay, so it's okay. I'm gonna get you on my channel very soon.
we'll get it
Yeah, we
together.
get
Yeah,
together.
we'll get it
But
together.
on the interview channel, I interview people that have their own YouTube channel or a business. I talk to people that have your channel, like yourself. I have my pastors, I have officers, I have nail techs, you name it. It's not just it's not just for YouTube. I talk to anybody who had their own business or entrepreneur. So it's not just YouTube. It's a variety of people. I interview people. So I know they have a busy schedule, but I make it to get on my channel so I I get to know them behind the scenes, stuff like that. Cause when you interviewing me, you got to know me like the person behind the channel, behind the camera. So that's what I do on my
Right.
channel. That's what I do
Right.
on both my channel. I love it. I'm going on the big channel. I call it the big channel because I might even be on my big channel more. I'll be on my interview channel. The only time I'm on my interview channel, it depends on if they are available for it. I'm not going. I'm not the kind of person who will be forced to be on that on my channel, on the interview channel. But if they want to be interviewed, come email me. I'll set you up whatever day you're free, and then my interview times is between 10:15 and 8 o'clock. That same thing on the big channel. I go live between 10:15 and 8 o'clock because of swing forward, but going backwards it'd be from 10:15 to 6 o'clock. But I'm doing changes on my channel, on my big channel. Starting next year, starting next year, I will be going live at 10 a.m. on January 1st next year. So I will be going live at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So they get more time. They get a full hour instead of having 30 minutes or 45 minute conversation. So I'm giving them a full hour.
Hour. Yeah.
So
Okay. All right. Jarrett, tell us where you were born.
I was born in Georgia, born and raised. I'm the youngest of two brothers. I am. I have a disability. Um, I, the disability is that I am legally disabled on my left side. That means that I have no feeling on my left side of my body. I can do everything on one hand. Um, it didn't stop me from doing it didn't stop me from doing live, doing my YouTube channel and everything. So I love it. I get picked on a lot, but it didn't stop me from doing that, and I love it. I get picked on a lot, but it didn't stop me from living life. And and
Good.
when I was
Good.
9 months old, um, I was nearly almost I almost did not make it because I was diagnosed with meningitis. So that's why I
Oh,
was in the hospital for a while. So I almost died from that disease. So if you haven't know what that disease is, look it up. So y'all know what it is, meningitis. So yeah.
meningitis. Yeah, that can definitely be
hmm
deadly. So how long have you been on YouTube? How long have you had your channel?
Well, when I joined YouTube, it was 2008, April 22nd, 2008. But I didn't start my channel until September 28th, which is the week after my 41st birthday. And the reason I started because that I was getting older. I was after I got, I won't say got let go or anything. I thought about starting my YouTube channel doing while I was working at Kroger. I was a bagger for 10 years.
Mhm.
From January 2004 to 2015. I was employee of the year in 2008. Thank God. No one ever get that. No one ever get that. It's a big. That is a big thing. Being a being
Yes,
employee
it
of the year
is.
at Kroger. So I've been doing that for 10. I did that for 10 years. I love it, and I thought about starting my channel after in 2015, but I'm like, no, I'm just gonna weigh my options and see what can I do after I get done with work and stuff like that, and helping go to the pantry and helping people with the um go to the pantry and help them out and stuff like that. So YouTube was not my first option. It was cool, but YouTube was like TV. Since TV got, sports got bad and everything got um out of hand. So I went and watched. I started watching TV on YouTube, like from class and stuff.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. So when I came on YouTube in September 28th, 2022, my first YouTuber that I watched was Miss T with a T and Jay the Motivator. Those two actually Jay the Motivator took me on his wing and said, "Hey, I want you on this YouTube channel. I want you to start your I want you to start your YouTube channel. Be yourself. Don't let anybody tell you what to do. And if somebody tell you find something, that she be saying on in the chat or anything, just block them. I mean, just let them just keep on doing it. I have been called. I can't say live because I've been, being called things that should be saying on live anything. So,
Right.
but yeah, so it was cool. So my first video was September was actually September 28th, the day after. It was actually a short. It was not no video, nothing. It was a short, no introduction, nothing. I just posted straight up, no anything, nothing. So everything was cool, and I'm like, okay. My first video was actually a video from the porch. So I just say, hey, well, I just tell them how my day was. Everything was cool. And I did few videos and stuff like that. So someone asked me um in my chat in my one of my videos, like, hey, you need to go live. I'm not live was not my thing. I'm not saying I'm not scared. I'm not scared being on camera. I'm just not. It wasn't my thing yet at first. So you're like, let me
Hmm.
go ahead. She said, go ahead, go live, and I'll be there. Here I go. I went on the porch. I went on the porch, went live. I didn't have no thumbnail. I didn't have no. It was on YouTube app. There was no StreamYard, no. Respring when it existed at first. Everything was on YouTube app. I did my interviews on there, everything. So I went on the porch, out there, went live on the porch, 48 minutes long. Number whole, everybody. I had about 25 people showed up in my first live.
Wow.
25 people.
Wow.
I mean,
That is really
yeah,
good.
on the first live. I'm like, huh? So yo me,
Yeah.
shoot. I'm like, that one. Look, I ain't know what was coming. I'm like, I ain't know I don't know half these people. So they came alive. They enjoyed it. I'm whole like. Y'all, it was like I ain't had no not about nothing. It was live, and everybody showed up. They loved it. So it was good. It was good. So, I just kept on doing live. I kept doing videos and stuff like that. I started doing lives at night. Okay, I started doing lives at night for 10:15 at night Eastern Standard Time. Now I used to do that from 10:15 to 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. Now I know half y'all be asleep. I know half y'all be asleep at 10:30, 11:30 at night. So that's why I started doing it. So I started doing it for a few while, quite a while, and I kind of like it. People loved it, and I said okay. So I started thinking of going up to more. So StreamYard was I thought I knew about StreamYard. I knew everything about StreamYard, Restream, um, EB Mutts, all that stuff. But I want to use the one I want to use. I'm thinking about using Restream, but I want I want to just test my options to see what kind of do I want to do from this year. So StreamYard, I didn't have no thumbnail, no intro, nothing. So one of my good friends had birthday to her, by the way. It's her birthday, by the way. Shout out to her. Um, so she hit me out. It was October of 2022. So she hit me out with the intro and outros and all that stuff, and she just made sure I'm good, that kind of stuff. It's cool. I went to school with her, so and I love it. So everything was cool, and so 2023 came. I started doing with interviews. Now here's the thing. I didn't tell anybody that I was gonna start doing interviews. I started my interview journey July 18th. I'm assuming it's 18. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure. One over there. So the interview was on the main channel. I'm skipping. So I'm sorry. The interview was on my main channel. Everything was on the main channel. And I was like, okay, everything was cool. I'm there, YouTube app, making good friends. I love it. So my first interview was Miss QT, then with Jay Motivator, then with After Dreaming, then was big with the all those big time YouTubers. I want to start the big time YouTubers till I get down to the small ones. So everything was cool, and by the end of 2023, I say November 7th, I think 7th or 8th. I said, hey, I'm thinking of starting up a new channel, and I would call it Jarrett Talks Conversation. Now, I didn't that name was kind of cool, but it was I just want to text it out what the name would be. So it was Jarrett Talks Conversation. Then I changed it to Jarrett Talks Interviews. Now the reason I wanted that second channel because that I want to make sure that my main channel don't screw up. So I moved all my interviews from the main channel that had everything on there to move on the interview channel. So I want to have my daily live lives on one channel and the interview channel on one channel. So they had their own space. So if they're on one channel and and something happened to if something happened to my main channel, I would have my second channel. That won't be
That's
that will
smart.
be there's gonna be a while bit till I get an interview for that one. So that's why I didn't tell nobody in 2023 in November down there. Hey, I'm gonna start a new channel, and they found out. I mean, at least about 15 people knew about it. I said, hey, want to do it. But the thing was, I had three. Here's the thing: the originally I used to have Jared talks. Then was hang with Jared. Then it was the NV channel. Now I did a lot of changes on the those two channels. The middle channel was used to be hang with Jared. Then it was a sports channel. Then I deleted that out. Okay, and the NV channel was first was Jared talks food. Was I cannot get in the kitchen. I cook. I love to eat. I love to eat.
Should have
So
been
I took
Jarrett talks and eats.
no, it was called Jared talks food. It was called Jared talks food. So
Okay.
I cannot my mom did not want me to be in that kitchen because I won't burn up nothing. So I deleted that, dropped it, turned it to Jared talks conversation. I did that for a bit, even though it's the same thing for interview, but I changed that again. Then it was Jared talk interview. Now, so I was like, okay, I kept that. I loved it. The middle channel was Hang with Jed. I mean, Hang with Jed. Then was the backup channel with, and then I deleted it completely because I don't want to overwork myself with three channels. So I kept the interview channel, the bit channel they call it. You see me every day on my bit channel. That's what I call it. So I love it. My main channel is up to almost 2060. Well, 2007, 2007, matter of fact. If you have not subscribed to my main channel, please do so. You can come hang
Yes,
out with me
I have the
for
link
half
is
an hour.
pinned. Your link is pinned at the top of the chat. So
And
anybody over on my side, they can click on the link and go and sign on your side. So
actually, that the link you sent, that's my interview channel. That's only when somebody want to get interviewed.
oh,
That's good.
okay.
That's the interview channel.
All right.
That's only when
I get the other
that's
one.
only yeah, that's the interview channel. That's only when somebody get interviewed. So you go to my main channel. That's all. That's where everything goes down over there. So Jared Talk interview. Jared Talk the main channel with my merch on the front. With uh, where you see me with my whole merch. That's my main channel. So that you see me over there. I'm there 3 days a week. Uh, I'm off two to Thursday, Saturdays, and Sundays, depending on if there's no church or anything on Sundays. But I do go live on Sundays, and sometimes I put premieres on there, and I do story times, and I do a lot. So, man, Jared talks by itself with my name, with the merch on the picture with the merch. That's me.
I
I
got
use that more than I use my image.
I got it now. Yeah, I got you're right. I put the other
Yeah,
one. I
yeah,
got it now though.
yeah.
Thank
I
you.
mean, you can still keep it. You mean go over there and watch my interviews? That's fine. But if you really want to know me, go on the main channel. Y'all just sit back and enjoy my time for um half an hour, hour and a half, depending on conversation. And I, I love it. You know, yeah,
Okay. Now I got it
yeah.
right. Okay. Sorry about that.
Okay, cool, good, good. So
Okay.
that's what I do on my
Yeah.
channel. That's what I do on my main channel. I love being on there. I do get on the porch. I do get on the porch. It's only when there's no wind blowing like crazy. I do porch call sessions over there and on the porch. It just same thing like daily life. I just sit on the porch and chit chat and stuff like that. So the only when the only time when I'm not on the porch or in my office is when it's raining, pouring down rain. You see a video. That's it. Now I don't. I know y'all ask me questions about do you ever do shorts? I used to do shorts. I used to do the shorts. That's when I started doing my YouTube channel. I started doing shorts and videos. Okay, I started doing shorts and videos. Those were kicking it. I mean, was kicking it. Shorts and videos were good.
Hmm.
But I just stopped doing them. I started doing shorts. I mean, um, videos and lives. That's it. Nah, but if I want to do short, that's fine. I just try to make sure. I'm just trying to make sure I don't get um flat again. I want to. Since you give me an idea, give me a story about what happened earlier. I'll say in 2021 about uh Instagram. It's next, but I'll leave that alone. I'll post that later on. I'll post that later on because you gave me a good idea.
Okay.
Thank you for doing that. Yeah, go.
Okay. Here's the question. What is your favorite holiday?
Great question. You want how many holidays you want? You want one or two?
You can give me two.
Okay, it's my birthday, Christmas.
All right. Good ones. Good choice. Good choice. I like Thanksgiving and
Uh,
Christmas,
that
but
that's my third one.
that's a good
That's my
choice.
third one. But I you know me. I love to eat. I'll get my two plates. I'm good. I'm not out for 2 hours. I'm good.
So, Tell me something you like to do for fun.
I am a gamer. I love play games. I love going. I love go bowling. I love shoot hoops. In car shows, you name it. Hey, I love to get out. So with it, with there's a car show going on. If there's a car show going on, I'm
What's
going.
your favorite car?
I'm going.
What's your favorite car?
Favorite car. If they Nissan Maxima, 1996. A 95 Impala,
Oh,
84,
okay.
87 Caprice. I'm old school. I'm old
Well,
school.
we got a question for you in the chat. Indigo Twin wants to know, do you have a favorite kind of cake?
Red velvet. Red velvet.
Red
Mm-hmm.
velvet. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, red velvet is, and you're from the South, and that's pretty. I live in Georgia too,
What part?
and that I
Hold on.
never
Wait a
knew
minute.
about
Wait,
red
wait a minute.
velvet.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What part?
I, I live near
Oh, you
Valdosta
down? Oh, you
in the
down south
southern
from me?
part.
Okay. Good then.
Yeah, yes. But I never heard of red velvet cake
Oh my
until
God.
I moved to
Oh, come
Georgia,
on.
and now my that's my daughter's favorite kind of cake.
You can't. And you
Thank
can't.
you, Daisy
You
May.
cannot have a
Daisy May
birthday
gave me
party.
a two
Red
dollar
velvet cake.
super
I'm
sticker.
telling you that right now. I
Yes, red velvet
It's
is.
top notch.
Do you like the nuts on top of it? The pecans on top of it? Yeah. My daughter doesn't like
Yeah, that's
pecans, so
true.
she
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
get
true.
the
It gets too mushy sometimes, but I get it. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Indigo Twin says, a man who knows his cake. I like red velvet too. Good. What would be your favorite meal? You said you like to eat.
Jesus Christ.
So,
Oh no.
if you could eat
Woo-wee.
anything in the world, what would it be?
Look. Now I just had Burger King. So if you want to talk about home, if you talk about home cooked meal, it's gonna be stuffed shells. It's my top favorite. It's
Stuffed
like
shell.
stuffed shells.
Okay.
If you have not heard of it, it's very good and it's very easy to make. And I'm telling you, you have to try it over and over. So I don't have a favorite, but my mom my mom love me, so she know when I love to eat. So she eat between stuffed shells, hamburgers, hot dogs, roast beef, roast meatloaf, chicken, balcony wings, ribs, you name it.
Well, what's your favorite restaurant?
My favorite restaurant, I if it comes to dine-in restaurant, it's got to be uh, Golden Corral because it's a buffet. I just go get what I want. But when it comes to fast food, nothing. I just pick. Look. I have apps on my phone, so I know what I want. If it's Wingstop, I get wings. If I get Cracker Barrel, I get a meatloaf sampler. If it's
You
mac and
know
shake.
what? Uh, you're just like my daughter. She doesn't necessarily have a favorite restaurant, but she
I
has
think
a favorite meal from each restaurant,
it,
and she never
it,
changes that. No matter
it,
where we
it,
go, whatever
it,
restaurant we go to, she already knows what she's having.
exactly. What the point? It takes me 2 seconds to know what I want. I'm good.
Yeah,
It
that's
takes
how
me
my
two
daughter
seconds.
is.
I got my app on my phone. I'm good. What the point going there? You tap what you want to get for 10 minutes. You have the app on your phone. Always know what you want, and then put your order in. Sitting in the parking lot. You good. All gone. Hey, I guess forget it.
Well,
Uh,
My
Um,
daughter, when she was a teenager, her favorite restaurant was Ruby
ma-
Tuesdays,
you
and
know what?
she
I hated that clothes. I hated that.
yeah.
I
Well,
hated it.
we had it here where we lived.
Yeah,
Like her birthday, any real thing to celebrate, she wanted to go to Ruby Tuesday. And I don't
yeah,
remember what her favorite meal was, but they had red velvet cupcakes there for dessert.
yeah, it did. That
And so
did.
she
I was looking
always
for
got
those.
that. And for her 16th birthday, they had closed our Ruby Tuesday down.
Yeah.
But there was
Mm-hmm.
one in Tifton, Georgia, about an hour up the road. So we had to drive up there just so she could get her red velvet cupcake. And she always said that when she got engaged, she wanted
Mm-hmm.
her fiance to put the diamond ring in the red velvet cupcake at Ruby
Smart.
Tuesdays. And then they closed, and then it was like, well, that will never happen. So she did fall in love with someone and she did get engaged and got married, but she didn't get it in a red velvet cupcake like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember. I liked their salad bar at Ruby Tuesday. They used to have a
Sushi.
killer salad bar.
Yeah,
And
I mess with. Look, I mess with Tuesdays. I mess Shoney's. That's the only two I
Shoney's,
like.
yeah,
Shoney's. Yeah. Yes, Shoney's.
strawberry pie.
Yes.
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 Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I miss Shoney's. That's my.
And our Shoney's
Shit.
had a great breakfast buffet too.
Who you
In the
telling?
mornings.
Who you
Yeah.
telling?
So I used to love going there for the breakfast buffet, but
Yeah.
I like Golden Corral that you mentioned. We have one of those in Tifton also,
Yeah.
and um, I like going there too.
Yeah. It's fun. It's fun. It's unlimited and you get where you want.
Brandon
Time
of
you get
Palm
full, you
Beach,
get full.
Brandon of Palm Beach said he used to work as a waiter at Ruby Tuesdays.
All right, Brandon.
Cool, cool,
Oh, that
cool,
was up,
cool.
man. See,
Yeah.
that's what I talk about. That's what I talk about on on my channel. Anything that's like I'm old school. I talk about classics. Like what's your favorite? Like Saturday afternoon cartoon, Saturday morning cartoon. I talk about everything. It is old school stuff. So I put myself in anything. That's,
Hi, Body Illusion. She said, I got here just in time for food. Yippee! Timing is everything. Oh,
oh
goodness.
man.
I love talking about food. I had weight loss surgery almost a year
Mhm.
ago, and I can only eat, about 4 or 5 ounces at a
Right.
time. But I still eat my favorites. I just have to eat a little
So
bit, and then later on,
yeah,
I can eat a little bit
you have to
more.
watch it.
But
Yeah, you have to watch it.
a lot of people were like, when I was going to have my surgery, a lot of people were like, oh, well, you won't enjoy food anymore and this and that. And I'm like, oh, no, I'll still enjoy food. I just won't be able to overeat the food, which is something I couldn't control on my
Right.
own. So,
Right.
but I still, my daughter took me to Red Lobster. Was it Sunday? Saturday or
Don't.
Sunday? Anyway, maybe Sunday. But Red Lobster used to be my favorite restaurant,
Mm,
and I got shrimp scampi and I got the seafood stuffed mushrooms. And I ended up eating like two mushrooms and then like two pieces of shrimp, and then I brought the rest of it home. But hey, I just eat, can eat multiple days on it when I get something from a
I get
restaurant.
a
So
grilled tilapia with fries and broccoli. That's the only three things I get. Grilled
that
tilapia and
sounds good.
broccoli and some fries. And I'm good. I'm good to go.
Yeah. I love that about you, that you know exactly what you're going to get. That's how my daughter is
Mm-hmm.
too.
Exactly.
Let me ask you that. Who inspires you? Not on YouTube, but like just people in
In
the
general,
news
my
or
parents, my parents,
your
my mom and dad. I mean, God bless. I mean, I love my daddy. He down here watching. He's smiling. But my mom, she is amazing. She's amazing. I know I gave a hard time with her, but she takes good care of me. I'm her baby. I'm her baby. She makes sure I'm good. She makes sure I got cold in my back. I make sure she makes sure my money is right. When I go somewhere, I have something to spend on. So my parents, I
Hmm.
that's nothing. That's nothing to do with it. Cause without my parents, I won't be here. I won't be here. Not y'all.
Yeah.
Without your parents, you should be you should be thankful. Because when I tell my look, when I tell my life this morning, yeah, this morning, I say you gotta love your parents. Cause you don't want to love them. No, they ain't gonna be here forever. So, like I said, love them unconditionally. Cause they gonna be here forever. Hug them, you know. That's what I
That's
tell them.
right.
So y'all hear me? So that's what I tell them on my chat.
Let's see. All right, I'm trying to think if I have any more questions for you.
Hey, you got what? Let me know.
Um, oh, where's your favorite place to go on a vacation?
Now I've been on a few vacation. I've been on Savannah. Ooh, Savannah, number one.
Yeah.
Orlando, number two. DC three, and the Canals 4 and 5. Now the thing is, I have not been on the West Coast. I would love to go to the West Coast, but I'm good on the East. I'm good on the East Coast. I'm good. So I have been everywhere except Mississippi. I have been everywhere except Mississippi.
Hmm.
I've been to Detroit. I have been to Tennessee, Kentucky, Ohio, Detroit, DC, Carolina, like I said, Orlando, St. Pete, Jacksonville. I have not been to Miami. I want to. I want to go to Miami, but that's a drive. That's a complete drive.
Yeah,
Uh,
that is definitely
that's
a
a
drive.
drive. That-
Yeah.
um,
Florida's a little state, but it's a
it's a
long
long
state.
drive.
It takes quite a long time. I was born and raised in Northwest Indiana, and when I moved down here to Georgia, we had to go the whole 6 hour drive through Indiana, and then an 8 hour drive through Georgia, and like Kentucky and Tennessee, it didn't take no time to get through those
Mhm.
two states. But then we crossed over into Georgia, and it seemed like we were never going to
The
get
problem
there
was
in
them
the south.
hills is a problem. Like you enjoy it, but it's like going like this. I'm like, where we going? Are we going on a field trip? Or are we going home? I'm going home. I'm going on a field trip. Well,
I don't like driving through the mountains there
I'll
in
blame you. I'll
Chattanooga,
blame
Tennessee.
you.
And the one time that I had to drive through there, I was behind a big semi truck and it was at night. And all I could see was the side of the mountain and then nothing out here. And I kept seeing these signs that said runaway truck
Oh yeah,
lane.
yeah, yeah.
And I was like, oh no, I was like, please, truck, stay on the road because I'm following you because I could see his tail lights when he would tap his brakes.
What we do?
But after I got through that section, I said never again. And I went back to Indiana and I drove through Alabama and up Alabama so that I didn't have to go through Chattanooga again.
That's true.
And
That's
then
a
I
smart move.
drove
That's a
home
very smart
again.
move for that one. Yeah. 'Cause, like I said,
Yeah,
Tennessee gonna get you run for your money. I'm like, okay, I, I
yeah.
cause my mom don't like bridges. Now I'm telling you right now, we went to New Orleans from Georgia, and my oldest brother was stationed there at the time, and when I was getting on, going that way, till we get to there was like one long bridge. I mean, one long bridge. She don't like to look at the water. She don't like to look left or right. She has to stay one lane in the middle, stretch like smack in the middle. Just don't want to look. She terrified of bridges. Don't matter what bridge it is. She terrified. She sit right in the middle lane, and just put both hands on the wheel and just drive. She's coming.
That's how it
Yeah.
is in Charleston, South Carolina. There's nothing but
Hmm.
bridges there. You got to
Hmm.
go over a bunch of bridges.
Yeah, I mean, she's
Yeah.
terrified. I'm just like, oh my god. I understand. I understand there's a fear of bridges, and sometimes you fear if a bridge break or something like that, go in the water. Yeah, I get it. I
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't
I
really
understand
care
that.
for that either. I don't really like, I like to be the passenger. I don't really like to be the one driving because I tend to be looking at stuff, and my daughter's all the time, look at the road, look at the road. So I'm like, you know what? You drive and you let me look around.
Yeah.
So most of the time, if we travel together, my daughter, because she's not a good passenger at all, she's over here pressing on the dashboard, like, so I'm like, okay, you drive, let me sightsee, and we'll be good, you know.
Because I
But
remember,
I taught my daughter how to drive when she was a teenager. So I do know how to drive correctly. But now that I'm 62, it's like sometimes, I just drive a little,
you,
she calls it reckless. I don't call it reckless, but I don't drive safe enough to suit her. And I'm like, you drive like an old lady. I drive like a new teenage driver, fast and stuff. So, um,
first of all,
but
you don't look the age. Okay, stop it. I,
I know.
every,
But you know what?
like,
I look more 60 now than I did when I was heavier. When I was heavier, my skin was full and I didn't have hardly no wrinkles. And now that I've lost weight in my face, I'm getting wrinkles. But I don't care. I'm just happy to be
hey
alive,
man, right?
So
What about
I don't care. I am happy to be healthier and I'm going to live a lot longer
that?
now.
Absolutely.
And that's all that,
That's right.
that's what's important to me.
That's a fact. I complete with you.
Yeah.
It
I
doesn't matter how old you are.
I just wish
It doesn't matter how old you are.
I
You
just
have to
wish
do.
that
You
I
got to
had
do.
had it done
Yeah.
sooner.
Yeah.
You know, I wish I would have thought it was an option and done it a lot sooner. But I was about things, and it wasn't until I really, got the realization that hey, you're not going to live very long if you don't do something. And then, it was like, okay, what can I do? Let me do whatever I have to do. So I'm glad that I made the decisions that I made, and I'm glad that I've had the good result that I've had. A lot of people don't have a good result when they do something because they don't have the right, mindset for it. And
Hmm.
I've had lots of different surgeries and different problems through over my life and everything. And so it was nothing. It was like the easiest surgery I've ever had. It was great. I'm in this support group on Facebook, and everybody talked about how horrible it was and how bad they felt and all this. And I was like, well, I don't know. It sounds to me like it's going to be easy. And then I had a great afterwards, really quick and everything. And I'm like,
Hmm.
it's just people don't know how to look at it. If you
Right.
want to have a positive outcome, then you go into it being positive that, oh, this is going to be nothing. I'm going to be able to sail
Hmm.
right through this. And then you
Hmm.
will. But if you go in there thinking, oh, how horrible it's going to be and everything, then yeah, it's going to be horrible for
Yeah.
you, you know.
Yeah. Now bring back when you said about you teaching your daughter teaching how to drive. Now my uncle taught me how to drive for some reason. Actually, she taught me and my mom how to drive. But the thing was, I'm give you I'm thinking give me an idea for another story time. But um, I thought about getting my learn how to drive. Learn how to drive. So my thing was going down my grandma's house. God bless her soul. Go down my grandma's house and let me drive his car around and and see how it feel me driving. So he gave me like a 10 week lesson, a 10-week lesson. And after 10 weeks, I was fine. I was fine. But the pound that here's a big pound. The pound was that if I had a seizure during driving, then I don't want something something happened to me. So I
Yeah.
didn't want to run into any poles or stuff like that. So I I said I gotta take care of my health first if I want to get behind the wheel and something happened to me driving, and if I end up at a seizure or anything, that's why I avoid it. I mean I can get back driving, but not now. I mean if I want to do it now, I'll do it now. But that's no point in me getting behind the wheel and start having a seizure in the middle of driving and
Oh
falling
yeah.
asleep.
You got to be
So
careful because you could hurt yourself, but you could also hurt somebody else. Hello,
right.
Moon over Miami. Welcome. I'll tell you a funny story now. When I was learning how to drive, we lived between two little towns. And just
Mhm.
so happened that I did all my test driving in the one little town, but when it came time to take the driving test, it was in the other little town. And
Mhm.
I didn't know that the very first turn out of the driver's license place, I had to make a left hand turn and I had to get
Mhm.
over into the turn lane.
Mhm.
And so I just turned from the center lane because I wasn't familiar that it was had the other lane there. And so, of
Right.
course, I failed my first time. So then, right after I fell and broke my leg. And so my parents wouldn't let me take it again with the cast on my leg. I had to wait till I
Right.
got the cast off.
Right.
And then I finally, could take it again. So I finally got it then, but I was like late getting it from all my
Mhm.
friends and everything. But I was like, yeah, now why didn't I think of that I was going to take the test in a different town, that I should be practicing in that
Mhm.
town, you know. But also, when you learn how to drive, you're supposed to learn how to pay attention to your surroundings. And I should have been able to realize that, oh, there's a turn lane I need to get over. But, you're nervous when you're taking that
That's true.
driving
Yeah.
test. And
That's
it's
true.
just like, he said turn left, and I was like, turn left. Okay. I wasn't paying attention that, oh, I got to get over. And I was like, oh, no. It's like I made a big mistake.
Look here.
Um,
Look, look here's the thing. My uncle was like, he was letting me. He was like, you want to take me to the CBS? I'm not sure. Why not? So, young behold, I got in the front seat, driving, helping. It was me, my uncle, and my other uncle in the back seat. So he like, you want to take me to CVS and so I can pick up my medicine, pick up his medicine. I'm like, okay. So I got in the car, got behind the wheel, and I drove. I took my time getting out of the yard, turning left, going down the road and stuff. I was going at least 40 miles an hour. I'm taking my time. But they tell me speed up because you got that car behind me. I'm like, that's fine. So I sped up. It got to about 50, 55. So kind of got to the CVS, turned into it. I thought I missed the parking spot. So I turned into the parking spot, and the right front tire line on the white line on the very end of the side of CVS. He was like, not bad, boy. Not bad driving. He was like, not bad driving. Oh my,
I
okay.
can remember when I was teaching my daughter to drive, and we would go to her high
Mm-hmm.
school because they actually did do driver's training
Mm-hmm.
there. So they had stuff marked out on the parking lot, that you could
Mm-hmm.
practice. And there was a little area off to the side that had a chain link fence around it.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were finished practicing and we were going to swap. I was going to drive home. And so I said, pull up by that fence. Well, she didn't stop in time and she hit the
Oh,
fence with the front of the car. But, it was just a chain link
yeah,
fence
right,
and it kind of
right,
gave a
yeah,
little
right.
bit. And so it didn't mess up the car, it didn't mess up the fence, but she was devastated. And she was like, please don't tell anybody, that I hit the fence. And I'm like, I'm not going to tell anybody about that. I mean, it wasn't like you did it on purpose or it was, major damage or anything like that. Anyway, we get home and my husband, her daddy, says, how did the lesson go?
Mhm.
I hit a fence. I mean, she just came right out and told him. I said, I thought we weren't telling nobody you hit the fence. He's like, oh, I couldn't keep it from him. I had to tell him, Then he's like, oh, do I need to look at the car? And I'm like, no, it didn't even scratch the car. The car was fine. It was just a little change of
Yeah.
fence or whatever. But she still to this day does not like to pull up near anything. She's like, I'm afraid I'm going to go too far and hit into something. So she's very cautious when she's pulling in someplace. And if she can, she'll back into a parking spot so she can see to pull out instead of having to, back up.
Yeah, I mean, my uncle was doing the same thing, and he was going somewhere. And what happened was he was going somewhere. I was actually driving, and it was a this much space right here. It was a car and a jeep. So I was driving. You know, you're not ready for this one yet. So we had to swap seats. So he had to back it in the squeeze in the middle between these two cars. I'm like, no wonder you don't want to drive. I mean, back it up because yeah, that's true. I don't want to hit the first of all. One, I don't want to hit my other cars. Two,
Yeah.
I don't want to get sued by that person. So that's a good thing. So I ain't worried about that. So but yeah. Someone asked, what is Wilbur Tuesday? Wilbur Tuesday BJ is a restaurant that is very popular and is
Yeah.
very good. It's very good.
BJ's in Canada. So I doubt they have Ruby Tuesdays there. They might though, but it's just like you can get all kinds of different food
Yeah.
there. It has a pretty good menu. You can get chicken or steak or seafood or
Burgers and
fish,
right.
and they have a killer salad
Oh
bar
yeah.
there.
Oh yeah. Oh
Hello
yeah.
to
Yeah.
retirement. Welcome. Yeah, that salad bar was
Oh,
really
percentage.
good. That's what I would get when I would go there because I really like their
Oh
salad bar.
yeah.
But
I'm more because sometimes I get sometimes I get a burger and fries and a salad, and sometimes I get a salad by
yeah,
itself, and I'm good. I'm good with that. I'm good
yeah.
with that. So yeah.
Brandon of Palm Beach says wrinkles are marks of wisdom. I don't know
The
about
older,
all that.
hey, the older you get, and the older you get, you get called wisdom. People say with gray hair, it's called wisdom. If you, I mean, I might got some coming down here anyway. I'm like, at this age, wait,
Oh,
I'm trying to get some
I
down here already.
I
I'm like,
definitely have got the gray hair. I don't, but to me, age is about how you feel. It's like some people you could take two people and they're the same age, and they can
mm-hmm.
look totally different, you know,
Yeah,
physically. But I
it
really
depends on
think
what,
it's
it depends on
mentally
what.
how you keep your mind. If you keep your mind active and learning and doing stuff, I think it really keeps you a lot younger than if you
Right.
kind of. That's why a lot of people when they retire, they kind of go downhill physically because they've been so used to keeping a routine and having to get up and go to work
Mm-hmm.
and be active and all of that. Then when they don't have to do any of that stuff, then they tend to have, more problems or
That's
whatever.
true.
So I didn't get to actually retire. I got injured and my doctor wouldn't let me go back to work. And so I ended up having to stop working when I was 52, and it was terrible because all my friends were still having to work. and I wanted to work, but I couldn't. So um,
You could work,
now I'm
you could work from home
62.
then. I mean, I'm not letting you do that, but I
Yeah,
mean,
well, yeah, I probably could have, but yeah.
I mean, if you would be working from
So,
home
but
in the same spot, but hey, yeah.
now that I'm the age that I could retire,
Mm-hmm.
it's like I've already been retired for 10 years. So it's different for me because I don't feel like I got to retirement and then stopped,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Right.
And I've been watching my granddaughter for the past 4 years, while my daughter's been a school teacher. So that's been a full time job, even though I haven't gotten paid for
Mm-hmm.
it. I've still worked Monday through Friday from like 5 in the morning until 5 or 6 in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been a full time
Yeah, it
job.
is.
But my granddaughter's old enough; she's getting ready to go to school in the
Mm-hmm.
fall, and being that my daughter's a school teacher, she's home for the summer. So I watch her a little here and there, but I don't have her every single day like I did prior to that. So I've been enjoying being, not having to do that, and trying to get some YouTube stuff done. I wanted to redo my merchandise. I worked on that today some,
Oh, I got
and I have
my
three
merch. I
channels.
got merch too. I mean, if y'all want to see my merch, I know my moderator in here, so she would drop my merch from January 6th. So I
Um,
did a live on January 6th, the like week after Christmas. I said, hey, if I need to get my merch on. I need to start my new year. I need to start my new year with some merch. So I do have I forgot to bring my hat in here because I'm trying to be more professional in these lives. So so
yeah.
I'm just saying, yeah. So you want to see that live with me showing my merch, my three shirts and my hat. That'll be on my main channel, and y'all will enjoy my. I'm telling you right now. If y'all come over there, if y'all go over my main channel, just watch everything. I don't know what it is. I just like to talk. I talk. I just look.
Well,
The,
you're very
so
good
the
at it.
so the reason that the name Jarrett Talk came from because it's because my mom. My mom said I talk so much, so I don't know. Jarrett talks. Okay, I'm like okay. So
Did
okay,
you get in trouble
so my
in
my
school for talking?
so the name my name was like Jared. My original name was I had my government name on there, Jared Banks. I mean Jared Banks. So when my mom said Jared talk, when she said I talk too much, so I took talks and tweeted with the Jared Banks. So I made sure I don't want to get screwed up with the other people that had the same name. Now I
Yeah.
found people that had uh my name. I found Pastor Banks. I found from a from a church. I don't know. I can't do that. So I decided to put Jared Talks. Thanks my mom said I talk too much, so I put Jared Talks. I dropped my last name from Banks to Talks, and ever since I used Talk, I ran with it. Look, here I am, 2 years now, 2 years in the game. I'm
That's great though.
I'm
But did
doing
you
I'm
did you
doing it.
get in trouble at school for talking?
Oh Lord. Uh, I did a story time back. Well, no, I did more talking in school than I did at home. Cause at home I just when I was growing up, I was quiet. I was not talking much. I just let my mom I let my parents do the talking. My brother do the talking. I just I'm the kind of person who has to lay back, sit back, and just listen and learn. Listen and learn. And then when the time comes to get on YouTube and everything, I know they're gonna say how I say it, I and keep it real 100 on my channel. Cause you know,
Well, I
I
got
said,
in trouble. I got in trouble every year on my report card. I was an A student, and it would say, Echo's a great student, but she talks too much. And it wasn't me talking. It was I'd get done doing my work, and then the other kids would ask me questions, and then I would answer them, and I would get caught answering them, but they would never
mm,
get caught asking me the questions. It was like the teacher just listened for my voice. And as
right.
soon as I said to answer a question, boy, I got in trouble for it. So my granddaughter is probably going to be the same way. I already told my daughter, be prepared, because I've raised her for 4 years and we talk all the time. She has a huge vocabulary because of how the conversations we've had over the years. So I told my daughter, just be prepared, because she's going to be telling that teacher some things. I'll tell you.
Look, look. I remember I got in trouble. I'm thinking about making a story time for this, but I'm gonna tell you now. I'm during elementary school. I was a hard-headed person. I mean, I
Mm.
was a hard-headed person. So I was like, I was talking, I was talking smack, I was being smart with all that stuff. So my teacher, she wasn't a mean teacher or anything. She was make sure I'm good and everything. She told me to go to. I was being sent home. Okay, I was being sent home. So my thing was, I was like, okay, what I do this time? So I went home. I mean, I went to the principal's office, and and my principal was like, no, she called the principal and told her about what happened. And I went down there, and oh boy, I don't know what it's gonna be. So I went to the principal's office, and she gave me two options. The two options were call my dad or get the paddle. I picked number one because I did not want to deal with that paddle. So I said, hey, I call my dad. I call my dad and hey, dad, come get me. My dad wasn't mad. He's not. He wasn't mad at anything. He ain't got mad yet. So he came and got me. It was like two after 1:30. Okay, 1:30 afternoon after lunch. Y'all gotta know these things. I know exactly what happened. 1:30 after lunch. So I was like, okay. So I come on dad, under dad, come get me. No explanation. They come get me. He came, sat in the back seat. I was listening to Bobby Brown. That's be cool. No, my prerogative. I'm sorry, it's my prerogative. In the back seat of the Chevrolet Caprice. Got home, nothing happened. So he said, "Go upstairs. I'll do you later." So
Oh.
okay. So okay. I go upstairs, got my room, change clothes. Here he comes. He not have a I mean, he not. He never get mad because this is the first time he got mad at me.
Mm.
So he came upstairs. I look in the room because my room and my parents' room was not next to each other. I looked at his room. He went to the closet. Here it comes. I was like, oh no. I started bawling crying. Nearly bawled out crying. I'm like, oh no, not the film, not the... And he do. I was like, oh my god. After that whooping, that changed my that changed my life. I'm like, oh man, wow. I ain't got whooping since. I mean, I got whooping by a belt, I got whooping by a hanger, shoe, you name it. So I was like, oh wow. So never knew about it gonna happen, but hey, it helped me learn it. It helped me learn it. So it's all good.
Yeah.
I have now. I'm just I learned the the hard way. Like, hey, you never talk back to the teacher.
Yeah.
I, you know, so you see, so that's a different way for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, nowadays nobody can paddle anybody. And I mean, my daughter gets frustrated all the time because, they have to write them up and keep
Mm-hmm.
writing them up. They have to get like 6 times of getting in trouble. And then they finally, call the principal or whatever. But most of the time when she calls the parent and tells the parent that they got in trouble, the parent's like, yeah, I know they do that at home too. Or,
You get
it's
home
like the
too.
parents know the kids are bad anyway. So,
What
but
you going to do? What you gonna do? I'm like, oh my goodness. But yeah, I mean, I learned my lesson. I mean, I've been in trouble a few times, and and not just at home. It got to be at workplace. I mean, look, I got written up twice at work when I was working at Kroger. I got written up at school, what, 3 times? Well, a couple times, and not as bad as the first two. Well, you got to live. But other than that, I'm good. I learned a lot of stuff that happened back then and they can't do now. So
King Daniel says, growing up, I remember all my whoopings growing up. They hurt so bad. And then he said, like it was hard to sit down. Ooh,
yeah,
that's bad.
yeah.
I didn't really get very many spankings, and I very rarely ever spanked my daughter, but my daughter will spank my granddaughter. And if my granddaughter does something when she's with me, she'll say,
Hmm.
don't tell my mama because my mama's going to spank my butt. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Better not do it.
That
And all I have to do is say, do you want a spanking? And she'll be like, no, no, I don't want a spanking.
you want to
All
tell
right,
your mom what you
Wednesday,
did?
have a good dinner. See you on Wednesday. Bye bye. Yeah.
Mm-mm. I don't like. Mm-mm. So yeah, I remember those days. 'Cause my grandparents, my dad's side. Oh yeah, you, you can't deal with them because they when they want you to get a switch, they want you to get a switch. Because
Hmm.
grandparents don't play when it comes to switches.
Yeah.
You don't play with them switches. Oh boy.
And my ex-husband grew up well, he grew up in Indiana, but his grandparents lived in South Carolina and or North Carolina. And so he would go and spend his summers there. And I remember him telling me about them telling him when he got in trouble to go get a switch. Like you have to go pick your
Right.
own, and you better not get a little flimsy one either. You better get a big one. I'm like, oh my goodness, I wouldn't want to do that. That's for
That for
sure.
sure. Yeah, that for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's what I talk about. That's what I talk about on my channel. I just talk about anything that they want to talk about. I mean, I don't have a topic or anything. Once the lag comes up, I start talking, and people start coming, and they come and sit, get that popcorn and get that drink, and they got questions. Feel free. If they want to come up on my channel, feel free. We do that. So I love it. I love
Well, that's how I do mine too. I very rarely know where I'm going to go with it or what I'm going to ask or anything
it.
like that. I might have a couple of questions just in case I need a question,
Right.
but most of the time I just read the chat. And if the chat asks questions or, we get off on a topic, like I
Yeah.
had somebody on, we thought we were going to be talking about
We
YouTube.
can,
And the reason he started his YouTube channel was because his mom had dementia and he was wanting to document, the things that she had to go through with
mm,
that. And so then people in the chat were dealing with taking care of their parents with dementia and Alzheimer's and the brain injury and things like that. So then we started talking about we never really did even talk about his channel. We talked all about his mom and her life, but it was a really good conversation. but neither one of us knew ahead of time that that's where we were going with it. You know, it just kind of happened, but it was a good
Mm,
conversation. So,
yeah.
and I don't want to have to like stick to questions. If I want to go, if one question leads me to another question or another topic, I want to feel free to be able to talk about whatever, you know, because you don't never know. You don't never know what the person's going to want to talk about. Some people don't want to
Hmm.
share very much about themselves personally, and then you have other people that will, you know, share more of their personal life and stuff. So you just kind of have to play it by ear.
That's
But I'm
true.
sure it's the
That's
same
true.
way on your
That's true.
viewing somebody. You just have to, you know, see where it goes or whatever. But I love to talk to people, and that's one thing I have enjoyed about YouTube is being able to meet people all over the world and meet people that I would have never met in my normal life if I wasn't on YouTube. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. My daughter thought I was crazy at first when I first wanted to start a YouTube channel. She was like, "You're an old woman. What are you going to do?" I'm like, I don't know, but I want to try. And I didn't know how to do, I didn't even really know how to use the computer that well. So, I mean, I had to learn all about YouTube and StreamYards, and I use Canva for my videos and stuff, but I had to learn how to use that. And then I had to learn all about YouTube. And it was like I didn't see any other YouTubers in my age range. And I didn't really have anybody I could talk to that would tell me things. So that's why I try to encourage, you know, younger, new YouTubers and help people if they have questions about things because nobody was there to help me. So I definitely want to be there to help,
Mm,
you know, somebody else if they've got questions or concerns or whatever. But I don't think we'll ever learn everything there is to know about things. I had a guest on last Friday night,
mm,
and I was trying to change my layout of the
mm.
pictures, and I kept hitting the button, but nothing was happening. And he was like, "Oh, you got to drag my picture over there, and then it'll change it." And it did. And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool," because I didn't know how to do that before. So I learned something almost every time I go live. I figure out something, or I, you know, and like I didn't know it, but we have on Restream there is a music button, and so any music that you upload in a video, it stores it in that music section, and then you could play it straight from there. You don't have to play a video. Like if we were doing something but we weren't talking and we wanted to play some music
Mm,
in the background,
mm.
I could just hit that and it would play the music. And I didn't know that before. And I didn't know that I could record my background moving either. Like if I took us off the screen
Mm.
and hit play, this background would move around,
Oh yeah.
and then I could put music to it, and then I could record that, and then I could use that to make a short out of or put on a video or something. I didn't know that until just the other day. I was playing around with that because I was like, I wonder what how this works, you know. But that's how you learn things is by trying, you know, new things and just playing with it. And sometimes you find, you know, like, wow, that's great. I wish I had known that sooner. So
I mean, I'm thinking. I mean, you
I,
got me ideas. I'm thinking about. I might keep. I might keep. I might come over there. I might come over with restraint, but not yet. I might use. Look, I might use both. I might use one. So you never know. I might. You never know. I'm trying something.
well, it's been a while since I've done StreamYards, but I think StreamYards has changed a lot from when I first started using it. But it got to be too expensive, and I wanted to be able to have guests and stream on their channels, and so I needed to have that capability, and it was too much on StreamYard. So I found this Restream, and I like it
Mm.
pretty well, but I just don't know everything there is to know about it. So I'm
That's
still
it.
in the
I,
learning
I,
process of it.
I mean, I saw one. I had to look it up. I had to look it up on StreamYard. I mean, not StreamYard. I'm sorry. Restream and every month. I had to figure out what the two about, and now doing some research on them and that kind of stuff. Like, hmm, they
And
doing
I
good.
still
I mean, they all,
I
they all.
still have
I
my
mean,
free Restream account, so I can go on Restream and record a video or go live on there if I wanted to. I just don't. usually, and so I haven't, been over there lately because I've
That's
just
so.
been doing it on here. But
Mm-hmm.
I did have one guest. He couldn't get on the restream, so we ended up going on his channel because he did have the StreamYard, and
Uh-huh.
we went on, and I went on his
I said
StreamYard.
people getting on restrain. I'm like, where's? I was like, everybody was leaving. Like, I would say everybody was leaving. It was like people getting. I understand the money part when it went from $25 a month to $44.99. Shoot, it's just man. I mean, it just because that the thing get just because the StreamYard or Restream or even much talking about money and they want to upgrade your streaming service, it's all gonna end up with the same stuff. You still gonna have the same stuff on there. It just you just want a better um. They just want you to have a better outlook on things. So I mean, I understand people don't
Yeah,
like getting StreamYard and staying $44 per month, but me. Whatever work, like I tell people all the time, whatever work with you, that's cool. That's cool with you. Me,
yeah,
I'm thankful what I got. I use StreamYard because I bring people all, and I use StreamYard a lot. You never know if I want to use Restream or any much. That's up to me. But
yeah.
whatever works with y'all, whatever works for y'all, I'm happy for y'all. And you doing a
And it,
wonderful job. You doing a
and it
wonderful
was
job. You keep that up. You
it
keep it
was
up.
hard to switch over to Restream because I learned on
Yeah.
StreamYard. I
Mm-hmm.
never really went live on just on the YouTube itself, I
Oh,
maybe
you
a
ask?
couple times in the very beginning, but then I
Mm-hmm.
got StreamYard and then I would only go live on StreamYard. And so when I did switch over to Restream, at first it was really confusing. I really had a lot of problems, but
Yeah,
once I
that's
figured
why
it
I
out,
couldn't get in. That's why I couldn't get in. Restraint. I'm like, what in the world I'm doing? I was connecting my YouTube to my Google
yeah,
account. I was doing all that. I'm like, what is this? Too many steps. It should be one. It should be one each step, and you be. I was
yeah.
sure that thing
And it was
earlier.
funny because I could see you, but when I would click on it and I would say hello, then you didn't hear me and I didn't see your camera wasn't
No,
on. And
yeah.
then
The
you would
problem was,
disappear. And then I would be like, okay, do it again. Click on that. But
mhm.
I'm glad we figured it out. But
Yeah, I
yeah,
figured it out now because
it's frustrating.
my brain was like, idiot, you just disable your mic and your camera. And oh man, so that's when I came. You should you if I went on the computer, you would see a back my Jarrett Talk back banner on behind me. But I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, that way was gonna screw up. So that's I had to come to my phone and get it,
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. But it's okay. I'm here,
Yeah.
and I'm happy to be on your channel. I'm happy for my moderator come in my chat in my channel and help me out with my in the chat, help me out with stuff. So I appreciate for her. Serious, she don't have a channel, but she's a maintenance supporter. And
Oh, good.
And Daniel, he been on my channel. He's one of my moderators and stuff. So I'm thankful for him for coming over there. So you want like I said, you want to come on my channel? Feel free to come over there. Watch every single one of my videos, my lives. I don't care where it is, and you can help me get a 2,500. I will love it. I will love it. So you help me up.
Did you feel like it was easier to get that second 1,000 than it was to get the first 1,000?
We. I would tell you about that first 1,000. I was kind of hesitant about that one, okay? Cause I was just hitting it. I was hitting it cause the first 1,000, I didn't start my channel. I only had 48 subscribers. Okay, I had 48 subscribers, and I didn't start. I ain't under. Let me get. Smell what that's me. when you gonna start your channel? I said, if y'all give me 100 people, I'll start my channel. You give me 100 people, 100 y'all, I'll help you out. I'll start my channel, and I'll be on my way. So here I am. I was hitting them from 100 to 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800. Now here's the kicker. I got to 900, and then it was 910, then it was 930, then it was 950, then it was 979. But here's the thing. I was at church Bible study. I was coming home. I got out of church about 10:30. So I looked at my channel. I was at 975. Okay, 975. I got in the car. I'm like, okay, this gonna be fun. This gonna be fun. I'm gonna find out what's gonna happen. Open up the my channel, and I found it hit 1K before New Year's Eve. Before New Year's
Oh
Eve,
wow.
I was like, okay. Bible study. Coming home, it was hit by 10:30. It was hit by 10:30. Oh my goodness! So I did my first. I did my live for that 1,000, and I was happy for it. But now for the second 1,000, oh, it was. I don't want to say it was tough. It wasn't tough at first, but the first 1,000 was easy. But the second 1,000, it wasn't tough. It wasn't not too bad. It was just I had to, like I said, I had to find the right people. You have to find the right
Oh,
people.
my,
Mm.
mine was the opposite. The first 1,000 was really hard, but then it seemed like after I hit 1,000, then from then on, it's been pretty
Yeah,
steadily, going
yeah,
up.
it's going up.
But that first 1,000, I never thought I would get 1,000. I was so happy when they brought out the 500 and the 3,000 watch hours to get
Yeah,
partially
right,
monetized.
right.
I was like, okay, that's all I'm ever going to get then. I was like happy I got to that point. And then I got the 1,000, and then I had to get up to 4,000 watch hours, and then I got the full monetization. But I never dreamed that that was going to happen. I didn't really have any plan on getting monetized or anything. That wasn't, my goal or anything like that. But now I'm glad that I did, because I still, even though I have memberships and everything, I still don't make as much money as I spend doing YouTube. But that's okay, because eventually it'll make enough to pay for itself.
Hmm. Yeah,
But I had to buy a new computer, so I'm paying on that. And then I have Restream and Canva, and then I have Suno to write my music with. And it's like all those things cost you money. So I have to pay for all of that every month.
yeah.
But it's fun. It's like a hobby to me.
It is.
I like
Same
to
here.
be able
Same
to
here.
go on and
Same here.
and, and do it.
Yes. Yes.
So I don't
Yeah.
care. I don't really have a lot of stuff that I spend money, like hobby type
Yeah.
things. So it's pretty good as far as that go. But I hate for people who think, oh, I work so hard to get monetized, and then they think they're going to make all this money. Unless you get a bunch of members and a bunch of views to get those ads up there, you're not going to make a whole lot of money at
Mm-mm.
first.
Cause I'm
But a lot of people think that it's going to be,
yeah.
they're going to go viral and they're going
Yeah,
to make all this
yeah,
money.
which is not true because you got to put more hard work in there, and then like when you get monetized and all that stuff, you have to be careful what you put on your channel because if something happened to your channel, like they give if you put something, you put a video up and YouTube did not like it, they would demonetize your video and something like that's what I'm trying to avoid. See, I'm not one. I'm the kind of person. I'm not worried about the. I'm not worried about the watch hours. I'm not worried about getting monetized. I'm just worried about the being up here talking to y'all like a regular live and anything. I'm not worried about getting monetized or anything. I might get monetized. If you not if you a if you have a Twitter account, I might get that monetized on Twitter because I have about I use that more. I've been on Facebook and people are saying Facebook is getting monetized. I'm people going using shorts over there. I'm not. I use like between this one and Twitter. So if I want to get monetized on YouTube, that's fine. But I'm not. I'm kind of person who just like to sit back and enjoy the ride. Just enjoy the ride. I'm laid back kind of person. I'm not worried about getting monetized no time soon. So I ain't worried about it. If I get there, fine. If not, hey, it's just a hobby. So,
I mean, it's a milestone. It's a it's a goal to hit, and that's nice to be able to say, okay, I spent 3 years doing it, but I did that. But if I had never got monetized, I still would be doing the same things I'm
that's
doing
cool.
because I just enjoy what I'm doing, you know.
I enjoy what I'm doing
So
too.
I think it would matter if I, didn't like doing it or whatever. Um, but I've been studying all these people that supposedly are getting so big and everything, and you got so many people that will tell you all these things that you need to be
Right,
doing, but I
right,
don't know that
yeah,
any of those things really
yep.
help, you know. So I'm kind of like, I'll just keep coasting along, doing my own thing, what I want to do, and we'll see where that, goes or whatever. Because I don't know. I heard somebody say the other day they had like 100 members, but I don't know if their membership is 99 cents or $2 or $3. I don't know how much their
Yeah,
membership is.
right.
Uh, but if your membership's 99 cents and you have 100 members, that's still only $100 a month
Mm-hmm.
that you're going to make, and that's before YouTube takes their cut off of it.
Right.
See, that's another thing people don't realize how much when people give you super chats or they give you super stickers or whatever like that, they don't realize how much money YouTube takes off of that. So really, if somebody wants to support you, it's better for them to give you a Cash App or a PayPal where you can get 100% of that money instead of YouTube having to get, their part of it or
I
whatever.
think one of my friends, YouTubers, named Brandon the Clark, the Brandon Clark, he said that that cut when they get memberships or getting paid or anything,
Hmm.
it's like 25%. They get like 25% cut.
I think on some things they get even higher
Yeah,
than
25%. No,
25%.
it should be higher than that. Cause I'm like, we already.
Yeah.
I don't think
I,
that. I
I
don't think
want
it's
to
true.
say I want to say that you might get like
Mm-hmm.
40% of it, they get
It's
60%,
yeah.
or you might get 35 and they get 65. It's something like that. But and then the money that you make on the videos once you get the ads and everything, that's pennies. I mean,
A
you
lot
might
of
have a
things.
really good
Yeah.
video and you might make 50 cents, you know. So it just that real, and then they take their cut out of that 50
Mm-hmm.
cents. So it really, depends. Hello, Retro. Welcome. Hello, Grizzly Warrior. Welcome.
Metro is
I'm
one of
getting
my
some blue
moderators.
butterfly wings.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm having my people come over and show that boy that some love because
Um,
I always they always support my channel. So I shout out to them. But yeah, I'm happy my
but I
people.
mean, I don't know. I just feel like and then, oh, this is what I was going to tell you
What up?
too. I had to file income taxes this year because I made $200 on
Not
YouTube
bad.
and $200,
Ain't too bad.
but I had to, they send you the form that they also turn into the government. So you have to file taxes to claim that form so that you don't get in trouble for not filing
Mm-hmm.
taxes. Well, in order to file the way they put it on
Mm-hmm.
there, you actually can't do like the cheapest free filing of a income
Mm-hmm.
tax
Right.
form, which I don't have a taxable income. So it wasn't like I was going to have to pay tax anyway, but I had to fill out the form. So I had to pay for my income tax preparation, which was more expensive because I had to have the special part to be able to do that
Mm-hmm.
form. And I'm like, for $200, it cost me like
Mm-hmm.
$50 to file my taxes. So really, I only made $150, but I guess I can claim that next year. I can take that $50 off. I don't know. But I was like really disheartened. It's like a whole year, which I wasn't monetized the whole year, but what I made for that whole year was $200. And then I had to pay out $50 just to be able to do the taxes on it.
Wow. Wow.
I was like, boy, this is crazy. But I mean, I guess a lot of people don't file their taxes on it and they just wait and see if the government catches them. But I'm scared of the government. I wouldn't want to take my chances with that.
Hey, you got to make tough decisions. One of these days, it's hard. You got to take them big steps, and you got to take them. You got to do um tough decisions. You want to do that kind of stuff. So yeah. So,
Well, and when these channels get huge, they pay somebody to take care of that kind of stuff. They pay somebody to do their comments. Excuse me, they probably have a cameraman they pay to video them, and then they have somebody that posts everything for them and all that,
Yeah.
Because I mean, even as small as my channel is, some days I feel like it's too much to keep up with everything. So I can't imagine these huge channels, that they're doing it by themselves. They got to be paying somebody or have family members that are helping with it.
I may not be agreeing, but I could be. Could be. So that can happen sometimes. So yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah.
But I wish everybody luck in their YouTube journey. If that's what you want to pursue it. It can be a lot of fun, and you can meet a lot of people from all over.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you do when we get on this YouTube channel, this YouTube street. You have to grind every single day. Use your own path. Don't follow nobody else's. You got your. If you have a goal set, go for it. Use your own path. Don't follow what everybody else is doing. For me, I got my own path. Everybody else in this chat got their own path to do it. If they gotta go for it. Don't listen to nobody. What you want to do? Don't. I mean, if I give advice for people, I'm like, hey, follow your own path. Do not follow them. Get your own path and take it. Get
That's
your own
right.
people, get your own community, let you handle it. Okay, so that's my advice to the people. And just you got a path to take it, keep it, do not change it. Do not change it.
And be yourself. Do not
And
be
be
fake.
exact. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I cannot stand people who are fake that try to, put on a certain look or a certain,
Right.
I won't watch them. I'll be like, oh, that's not a real person. I want to see a real person and know that they're a human being just like me.
Yeah.
So,
Especially when you try to be somebody else, that's not good for you. That's not good look for yourself, for your channel, period.
no,
That's not good for your look.
no.
Yeah. So you just be yourself, Don't be like everybody else. Just be you. And if you like it, cool. If you're not, I understand. Just pick up what you want.
And be careful who be careful who you tell your ideas to, because there are people that will steal
Hey,
your idea
look,
and get it out there before you get it
I
out
love
there.
that.
So don't tell people.
Look. I do that sometimes, but hey, I don't. I keep it behind the scenes for I post. Look, I have a I have
Yep.
a I have a thing for it, but
That
yeah,
has happened
yeah.
to more people than you think it's happened to. It has happened to a lot of people. And, they thought this person was their friend, you know, and we're just having a conversation. We're just talking about ideas.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden, that person uses that idea first. It's like,
That
don't tell anybody
that's why I tell. That's
nothing
why
their opinion.
when my name came about. I said I make sure my name is not. I'm gonna have separate a same name like everybody else. I make sure my name is not in the streets anywhere. So I make sure my name is
Yeah,
good. Make sure my account is good. That kind of stuff. So I think my channel is private, but y'all got to see it public. But my channel is actually private. I do have friends that got you see it, but when you come to my channel, they'll probably say, "Do you know this person?" And they say, "Yeah." So it might show up as it might show up as a public channel, but I like to keep things private. I'm a
yeah,
public. I love being in the public. Well, I don't want to say public eye, but that's not a good way to say it. I like it. I like seeing people when they come to my channel. I want them to sit back and enjoy. I want them to have fun.
yeah,
I don't want them to. I don't want. I don't want anybody going to our channel and think it's boring. I want them to go to their channel, whoever it is, and enjoy, spend time with them. I understand people got a million subscribers, and I ain't care about. I understand people got million subscribers, and I don't care 10, some of that. I'm working on to get I would love to get 10,000, but like I said, I'm taking one video at a time and one live at a time, and no hurry. We going like where you going?
well, and
Not,
the
not going nowhere. The flag's gonna be right there. It's
the
coming.
amount of
I'm not.
subscribers, I mean, I love meeting new people. Don't get me wrong. I love when people
I,
subscribe to my channel, but
right,
the amount of subscribers isn't as important as the people who actually watch the videos and
right.
leave comments and come in your live stream and interact. And I had a fall a couple or like a month ago, and I put a community post up about it, and I had so many people checking on me, praying for me. It was like that's what's important to me. It's not the number or anything else like
A-
that. It's
a-
the people
Absolutely,
that I've connected
absolutely,
with.
absolutely.
And a lot of people are just like, I mean, and I leave comments all the time, and a lot of people don't even respond to the comment. And I'm like, how are you doing your channel if you don't care when people it's like
That's
I
true,
mean, I know it can get a lot to sit there and go through all the
man.
comments, but I mean, that person took the time to watch your content and then to leave you a comment. I feel like I can take the time to respond to that comment.
I mean, when I go to my comments, I make sure that they are positive. Now, the first time I didn't even pay attention to the comments. I was just focusing. I was focused on posting videos and going live and all of that. So I went. Here you go. I went live almost 3 days a week. 3 days a week. After I get comments. And I don't get. Look, I don't. I run it back, watch him every day and see how I did today and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And when I look at the community, I have comments from like like all the way back like a year. a year. So I had to go through the comment. I had to go through community and comment to it. I had to reply to every single comment. Some that should not be on my comment in the first place, they be deleted, gone. I'm be
Uh-huh.
taking my time looking at them. I'm like, hey, some good, some like you gotta go. You know, I do. I take my time. I take my time look at them, and if it's good, I'll keep them. I heart them, and it's some that should not be on there. That should not be saying something that should not be saying. It been deleted, and I keep moving. You know,
Yeah.
I think I look. I think I take my comments seriously. I take my live seriously. I take my channel seriously. Anything I do, if it's on YouTube or not, I take it serious. I don't play games. I don't play games. I don't play games.
Yeah.
Like we call the YouTube. Like we call the interview channel. I say if I bring somebody to do an interview with, and then I have to it had to be like 15 minutes before the actual live, and they don't show up. What I do is I change the live from the main channel. I mean from the interview channel to the main channel in case the person don't show up. If the person don't show up, there'll be no email, no show up. I changed the live. I changed the live from the interview channel to the main channel, and and then by the time I go live on the main channel, and the person I supposed to be doing an interview with, you don't get one shot. I'm telling you right now, you get one shot on my channel. One shot.
Mhm.
You don't get you don't get multiple chances. One shot, you
Mhm.
in. You don't if you don't email me back or you don't show up, and hey, you you lost a chance. You know,
Yep.
so I don't get like I said, I
Well,
will
that's
get
because
you.
you and I,
Like I said, I will get you. I promise you. I guarantee you. You still on my list. I will turn the
but
favor for your channel.
you and I are if we say we're going to do something, we're going to do it. There
Yep.
are so many people that I've met on YouTube that they say one thing and then you never hear about it again,
In a
or
week.
they totally forget about it. That's why I have a notepad every time I go live, because if somebody asks me a question or I mention something and somebody's like, oh, I need the link for that or whatever, I'm like, I write
I'm,
myself a note. And then afterwards, I go back, and if I said I was going to email somebody, I'll email them. If I said I was going to do this, because you forget, by the time live's over, you'll forget what all you said,
that's true.
but
Yep.
I feel like if I told somebody I was going to do it, I want to make sure I do it so that they don't be like, oh, well, she's a liar. She said this, but she didn't do it, or whatever.
I,
So I'm
I see
like,
people
no,
ask me.
I keep my
I see what
notes.
people. I see what people when they email me back. I'm like, okay. They want the link before the actual live. I'm like, why you want the link now? What you gonna do with the link? Cause the link will not stay. You have to link. You have to click it before it goes away. Cause
Well, yeah, because you want to make sure
it's
it's the
now a week. Yeah.
current link, like that it's going to work. That's why I always do mine the morning of the live. That way, if there's
Mhm.
any, question, we can get it straight, before time for the live. But yeah, I've had other people do that too. Like I've scheduled them for 3 weeks out and they're like, well, send me the link.
Mhm.
Well, I don't have a link yet because I'm not scheduling it, until probably a week out, and then I'll
Yeah.
schedule it and then I can get you a link, you know. But yeah, I've had
Yeah.
people do that
I
to
read
me
too. I'm
too.
there. I wait till when I say I go live at 8 o'clock. And I say I sent the link at like 7:45, depending on what state the state you in. It depends on the state you in. If I have you scheduled to be here at 7:45, 6:45, I say Texas time, you have to be there, but backstage. Don't show up at 7:50, 6:50 your time. I don't care what it is. You have to be there. So we can sit back and chat for a bit. And you have something to do, go ahead and do it now. Because I'm once it hits 8 o'clock, I'm going live.
Mhm.
So I get there all the time, but like I said, you don't show up on time. If you don't show up on time, I had one who showed up uh 5 minutes after the live started. I'm
Mhm.
like, that's not gonna work. So I have to. I'm like, yeah, you have to be on time. This YouTube, I mean, interview is on time. It's an on time thing. This is not. It's not no playing games. This is serious. You want to do an interview? Take it seriously. Tell people that hey, I'm being interviewed with so person. Don't show up and don't just show up on what you want that you want to, and you
Yeah, to
don't.
me, it's a
First of all, you
respect.
don't.
You know,
Yes,
do you respect
yes.
my time or not? You know, and I mean, things
I
can
mean, no
happen.
offense. I
Like,
mean, no offense. It just it cause everybody have patience. Everybody have pressure time to get started and stuff like that. Cause what I do is when I go live and once my comes there, I come like 30 minutes early. I send it to them anyway at 8:30 or 10 o'clock, depending on that. I make sure they get there and get that link and then sit back and enjoy it. I mean, sit back and chit chat with me. But you come I said, hey, I'll send the link. I'll come I said 7:45, but I'll send the link at 8:30. I mean, not 7:30. So you get yourself together and be ready at 7:45. So you can sit
and
back with
sometimes if I haven't talked to the person in a while, like if I've scheduled them for like next month or something, and
right.
I haven't talked to them in a while, before I ever actually schedule the live, I'll like email them again and be like, "Are we still on for whatever day and time?" And and then if they are, then I'll go ahead and get it scheduled. But people can forget that they said they would do something, or that plans could change or whatever like that. So
Yeah.
I mean, you got to
It
be
was my it was
somewhat flexible. But
especially my fault. It was my fault because I thought I had you on my channel. I The problem was I didn't put it on my schedule on the StreamYard at the time. And
well, and I didn't even
look, I
realize.
was sitting at home. I was sitting at home. I looked at the time, and I was saying to myself, "All right, boy, you supposed to have an interview with Echo." I was like, "Oh man!" I was like, "Oh
Because I didn't have it on my
man!"
calendar either. So
I didn't, and the problem was
I don't know
I
how
did
to.
not post. I didn't put it on my schedule. That was my fault. It was my fault.
Yeah, I don't know how we did that because I didn't have it on mine
Yeah,
either. So it no harm, no foul, because I didn't even
I was
know.
like,
So no problem there.
oh my goodness. I was sitting there watching the game. I mean, playing the game. I looked at the time. It was 7. It was 7:30. I was doing this like,
And I ended up being on Big
oh,
Jack's last night because he messaged me yesterday during the daytime and wanted to know if I'd come on his Father's Day thing.
I saw
So I
that.
was
I
like,
saw
yeah,
that
I
one.
don't have
I
anything
saw that one.
going.
That was pretty good.
Yeah,
I thought he was interviewing the
yeah.
young people. I agree with the young people. They need to get them. They really get the young people up there, because and I see a lot of young people that be on there for a reason. They like to have fun, but they're really taking they want to do pranks more and just not being serious about being on YouTube. I know they
Yeah,
had fun, but when it comes to pranking people or doing something that you should not be doing, you shouldn't be. Yeah, you have to
yeah,
be more careful doing that, especially you have to careful what you post on there. So yeah, I understand, but Big Jack. If you want, like I said, I have interviewed people. I interviewed Big Jack. I have interviewed Tommy. I had interviewed Andy. Andy. I'm interviewed a lot of people. Michael Farmer, Andy Homestead, Big Rooster. They be on time, but most of the time people don't show up on time. I understand. They say, hey, if I don't get an email or a call or a text from somebody and say and explain what's the hold up, then I'll hey, I tell the people in my chat that hey, I was supposed to have a such person on my channel and they fell out. So yeah, I take my like I said, I take my interviews seriously. I know the ins and outs on interviews, and I love it. But yeah, you want to do this kind of stuff, you have to do your research. I mean, me being research, I like being in people's chats, but I just not. I'm actually taking notes. I'm in the back in the bushes. But when I'm going to people's chat, live hopping, when I do the interview, I in the back in the bushes taking notes and hey, and make sure that the questions are good and that kind of stuff. I'm learning, so I'm learning what kind of questions, especially clean. I know I'll be doing that, so I'm in the bushes watching them doing the interviews and stuff. I'm taking notes while I'm doing interviews on what they're doing interviews. I'm
Yeah.
taking notes. So
Well, and
so that's cool.
there's a lot of people doing interviews now, but they're all different because it's different people
Mm-hmm.
doing them,
That's it.
and it's like I've been on Big Jack's show and he's been on my show and I've been on the Source's show and the Source has been on my show,
I
but
have
it's a different interview every time because it's a different person asking questions or whatever. So
I
yeah,
had Big Jack.
I
I
like
had
it.
Big Jack on my channel. I had to put him on the hot seat. I'm sorry. I had put. I'm sorry, Big Jack. I love you, big dog. But I had to put him on the hot seat. I had to. It was few questions I had to ask him. I had to. Not really. That's. I mean, it's cool. I do. I do. I know he's watching. I'm sure he's live right now. I'm sure he's live right now. But he don't. I know I don't owe him an interview. But he said he got my email address for me to come on his channel because I want to love to. I
Uh-huh.
love to be on his channel. The source on the hand we mentioned, I will have him on July 12th. Put that on your calendar. That will be on 8 o'clock. That'll be on Saturday 8 o'clock on my channel. So the source will be on my channel
That's a Saturday.
July 12th at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That'd be 5 o'clock his time in Hawaii. So that I want to have him.
Okay.
Yes.
So you normally do your interviews on Saturdays?
No. It depends on if
No.
if they want to do an interview on Saturday, I'll put it on Saturday. Whatever day it is, it's open for every day. So if it's Monday to Sunday, it don't matter where it is.
Okay.
I go.
Okay.
If you want to
Because
learn,
on the reason I asked that is because on Saturdays, Mac at Surviving Together goes on at 3, and then the Source goes on at 4, and then I go on at 6, and then if Big Jack is doing his Weeby Jam in the end of the month, I think he goes on at 8 or
nine
9.
9 o'clock.
But I was going to say, if you go on at 8 o'clock on Saturday night, then I could tell people when I finish my live to come to your live. See,
I
that's what
used to
I
go
was
live every
thinking.
day. Now here's the thing. I used to go. Here's the thing. When I first started my channel, I used to go live every single day. That's from 10:15 in the Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, Tuesday and Thursday, and 8 o'clock. 6 or 8 o'clock on weekends. Now, my watch hours at the time was 2100. Okay, it was 2100. I was doing good. I was so close to getting 3,000 hours. I'm like, that was a lot of work going live every day, take it out of me. So I said, I'm going to cut this down 7 days a week to 3 days a week, and take 4 days off. It
Mm,
depends on the videos I want to post. So I
mhm.
don't want if I go live every day and don't post no videos, then it'll be a big miss. So y'all have a video somewhere. I can't go live every day. You gotta have a
Yeah,
video somewhere. So I
true.
cut it down from 7 days a week to 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10:15, 8 p.m., whatever. And then you get a video like twice a day, depends on where it is.
Mhm.
So I used to, like I said, like I said, no hard feelings about getting 4,000 hours, 4,000 hours. 'Cause, I'm not that kind of person going that hard and that deep going for 3,000 hours and getting monetized and stuff like that. But and I'm thankful. I'm like I said, I'm thankful where I'm at doing right now, and I'm keep on my track keep on tracking on my channel. So yeah,
Well,
but
you're
yeah,
doing good. I like your channel.
I
So
appreciate
that,
that. I appreciate
yeah,
that.
you're doing good. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
more
ahead.
go.
It is, we've been on almost 2 hours. So I am
Now,
going
now,
to
here,
go
here, now, here's the thing. That I used to go live 2 hours. Now, the longest. See these kind of questions. I get it all the time. I tell them all the time. The longest video, I mean, the longest live I've done was three and three plus 3+ hours. 3+ hours. The
I've done a
shortest,
10 hour before.
the
10
last,
hours
the
is a long time. Oh, it was on a
the
Saturday.
shortest one was an hour and a half. I'm sticking with an hour and a half because I want them out. I do not want to bore them. I want them to have fun after we get done with the live and stuff. Cause I want them. I do not want to bore my. I do not want to bore my chat. I stand about. I stand if you want to go live. I'm go live for a long time, but I'm a kind of person. I'm kind of person who like to get on. They were gonna say for half an hour and a half, between an hour and a half, and I'm gonna get off. I don't want bored. I do not want to bore nobody. I'm
No,
not
and
a person
I
who bore nobody.
usually
So
I usually shoot for an hour to an hour and a half, but sometimes it'll go two, and I've had 3.5 hours. It just
yeah,
depends on the conversation. But I used to, when I first started, I was like, as long as somebody was in the chat, I would stay live. Like I didn't want to leave if somebody was still there, in the chat.
hmm
And now I don't have a problem with it. People can be in the chat, and I'm like, okay, I'm done now. I'm gonna go.
right. Yeah,
But
I get that
before it
too.
would
I
be
get that too.
that one person would be in there, and
Listen,
I'm like, oh, I gotta stay on.
yeah, when you get to about an hour and a half, when you get to about an hour and you don't have nothing else to say, just end it. Cause there's no point to go an hour and a half if unless you have someone come up there with you to help you going, that's fine. But
Yeah, yeah.
honestly,
Oh, it's
going live
hard to
by
do it by
yourself,
yourself.
yeah, honestly, going live by yourself, it's kind of easy, but at the same time, it's hard because you up there by yourself from the world, and it's very hard. You're going live by
Do you
yourself.
ever feel like you wonder if the people are really still watching and
Yeah,
listening,
yeah.
or if they're just in
It's,
there? You're like, I wonder if I said something crazy, like, would anybody even
right.
respond? Because you're like, I assume they're still there, but you don't know for
Yeah,
sure,
I mean,
and it's
that's what I
like,
tell people.
maybe I should,
That's what I tell people. I'm like, hey,
yeah.
you need to. I tell people at work. I mean, in the morning live. I'm like, hey, I know you're at work. Make sure you come, say something, hit the like button, and keep going. Cause I do not want your boss to. I do not want you fired by me when I'm
Yeah.
live. So make sure you like, share, all good stuff. Make sure you in there, so I know you in there. So I don't want your boss to fire you because of me. I know, hey, if your boss want to know
Yeah,
about my channel, give it to him. Him or her.
I do my live on Wednesdays at noon, and I have several people that tune in during their lunch hour,
Mhm.
and they're like, "Oh, I got to go back to work." And it's like, okay.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Then
Hey,
I have one subscriber that lives in Belgium, and she's like 6 hours ahead of us, I think.
no,
And I used to go live early in the morning, and it would be her afternoon.
ooh.
And now when I go live at noon, it's like her evening. Like she's already home from
Oh, it'd be
work,
like
having
oh
dinner,
yeah,
and
it'd be like
then
7 o'clock that time. Yeah, yeah, it'd be like, hey, we
yeah,
got
yeah.
6 or 7. Yeah,
So I do go live in the middle of the night sometimes if I can't sleep. Might be 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I wake up and I can't sleep. I'll go ahead and go live, and then I get to see all the people,
overseas, right,
overseas
right.
that
Yeah, that's
the different time zone.
smart. That's very smart. Yeah, that's a good idea.
You don't never
Very
get to
smart.
see them otherwise, or they come in at, like it's 7 o'clock here and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning there.
Yeah, true.
My
Yeah.
friend Nico lives in Sweden, and he's
Oh,
7 hours, 6 or 7 hours different
that's
than
7 hours.
me.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
whenever I think to even text him, it's in the middle of the night for him, and it's daytime for me. Hi, Lisa from Married in Arkansas. Welcome. She's not on her lunch break now. That's right. You're
Good.
home now, but she's one of them that comes in on
All
Wednesdays
right.
and it's like, "I'm on lunch. I got to go back to work."
That's good.
But anyway, I think we should go ahead and wrap it up because it's been two
Yeah.
hours and I need to go to the potty. I've been drinking my water. So, hi, Truth Wave Energy. Victor, welcome, welcome. See, and that's another problem I have when people start coming in when I'm getting ready to go. Then I feel like, well, I got to
Yeah,
talk to
dude.
them for
Yeah,
a few
dude. Yeah,
minutes.
dude. It
Ugh,
happens. I
it's
mean,
the
people want to
life of
come
the
late.
YouTuber.
I mean, we got the late people come in. That's true. I mean, I understand. It's hard. And then we'll wait till the last minute because, hey, we hit the certain point of time of the live that people start coming. Let the late comers. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. I understand. It happens. I get it. I'm
And
sure everybody do
I've
that.
had people I've had people come in and leave and then be like, "Oh, you're still on?" Like they come back like an
Right.
hour later and be like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, she's still talking."
Yeah. Some people that how long you
All
gonna be
right,
on?
so
I'll be back. I'll be right back. No, by the time I get done by half an hour, I'm gone. I'm gone. So
yeah.
I
All
don't want to
right,
talk.
everybody. Thank you so much for coming in. Everybody who came by on both channels, and thank you, Jared, for a wonderful conversation. I thoroughly enjoyed
It's my
myself.
pleasure.
And I'm going to play the song, and then I'm just going to end the live. So say your
All right.
goodbyes before I
All
start
right.
the
Thank everybody for
song.
letting me get on your channel. First of all, before you hit that video, I want to shout out to all my people that came on my channel. The people that came on my channel over here. Thank you for doing that, and I really appreciate that. And thank you, Echo, for letting me come over your channel and let them know who I am, like for real, for real. So, like I said, you want to come on my channel? Feel free, come over there. You'll see me hopefully Wednesday morning, 10:15.
Okay.
Depends if 10:15 in the morning and 8 o'clock each Standard Time. No, I'm sorry. I have an interview, by the way. So you'll see the interview Wednesday night. So, but yeah, you come up there, come over, hang out with me for a little bit. If you like the content, cool. I will appreciate that. So, um, I am thankful for having be on your channel, and plus it's my first time being on Restream, and that kind
Just
of thing was
another
hard to get on.
reason.
But I would definitely do a turn. So I'm gonna have you on my channel very soon. So
Okay. Well, you
very
got my
soon. So
email, so just
we'll get that.
email me. We'll figure
So we
something
did
out.
that. All right.
All
All
right.
right.
Bye, everybody.
No problem.
Just find my song. Here it is.
Monday night lights up the sky. Time to gather and say hi. Bring your talents, bring your flair. We'll share stories if you dare. Got a skill or a tale to tell? Echoes inbox ring.